people of Camp Liberty. We are totally against the repression of the Iranian regime and what they've done. We think that the people of the United States need to understand more clearly about what is really happening. And what I've tried to do in the 27 years I've served in Congress and on the Foreign Affairs Committee is always be on the side of justice, no matter where it is in the world. And certainly we know the terrible injustice that has happened to the occupants of Camp Liberty and the terrible injustice that the Iranian people are having right now with an oppressive government that is preventing them from being free people. And so I just want to let you know that I certainly stand with you.
Remind all policymakers, and certainly everyone here today, that the Iraqi government made an international commitment, a binding commitment, to protect the camp's residents. That commitment has been broken. The U.S. and the international community must demand accountability, and we demand that accountability now. And as a result of the most recent attack, clearly the MOU signed between the UN and the Iraqi government does not contain strong enough protections for the residents of Camp Liberty, and they must be called to account, and the United States must step forward and insist now.
Unprotected, we'll take care of it. What has been done? But I will continue to push this issue at every opportunity until we see concrete results, because frankly, what we have seen so far has been shameful. So first, the Iraqi government must send in an emergency medical team to examine, to treat, and to evacuate any remaining wounded. They need urgent medical care. They're not going to get it unless we push. Then it must undertake a complete and thorough investigation into this latest attack and determine who is responsible and bring those perpetrators to justice.
I consider you my friends, it's not good what is taking place with your friends and your families in Iraq. Recently, in a bipartisan way, September 21st, we asked John Kerry, members of the House of Representatives, to allow the folks in Camp Liberty to have protective gear, helmets, and other equipment to protect themselves from expected attacks on the camp. That was September 21st. And then we didn't get a response for Secretary Kerry, but we did get a response from the bad guys, and 24 folks in Camp Liberty have been killed since this letter was written. Now 139 individuals. The 7th attack on Camp Liberty. And our government, in my opinion, is twiddling its thumbs in the protection of Camp Liberty.
You do yours. We're going to save these people, but we're also going to save the world from this evil that the people of Camp Liberty and Camp Ashraf, they shined as a beacon there of hope for people who oppose these radical mullahs in Iran who are subjugating the people in Iran to their kind of tyranny. God bless you.
And there's no better test of whether the Iraqi government is a serious part of an international order that respects human rights, dignity, and democracy, or whether that government is instead a puppet of Iran. There is no better test for that than what goes on at Camp Liberty. If the United States is going to provide air defense resources to Iraq, we should not exclude Camp Liberty. When we evaluate the Iraqi government, we have to ask, why is it attack after attack on Camp Liberty and no one is held accountable, no one is arrested, no one who's in charge of security is demoted, removed, transferred. What's going on here?
Is an Iranian government under totalitarian rule of the mullahs. I believe that there is no question, in my view, having worked with the Iraqi government, that the Iraqi government was complicit in this attack. That I believe that the Iranian government was complicit in this attack. And the United States must do everything it can to help the people that are being oppressed in Camp Liberty.
To include tying U.S. aid to the welfare and the conditions of those in Camp Liberty.